Yes, my people, what is happening? Welcome back to the Engineered Muscle channel, and say hello to your newest sponsored athlete. DMac is in the building. So for anyone who does not know me, guys, my name is Darragh Namara. I am an Irish bodybuilder, moved over here 4 years ago to the UK to pursue bodybuilding. I'm a full-time bodybuilder and online coach. No part-timers on the Engineered Muscle team, as you know. So today we're in for upper and Ultra Flex Rotherham. So I'm going to take you through today's session and you're going to get to know me a little bit. So guys, before we get stuck into today's session, make sure you're subscribed to the Engineered Muscle channel. 41% of you have been watching over the last month are not subscribed. So if you want to see more content from me and more content from all the amazing engineered athletes, make sure you hit that subscribe button and show me some love for my first video and hit that like button as well. Let's get it. Before we get stuck into this session, we got to get our pre-workout pump in. So we've got turbo pump here, guys. Everybody raves about this product. I've been taking it myself for the last 2 weeks and it lives up to the hype. So let me tell you, it tastes like absolute ass and I just like to raw dog it. I don't mix it with anything like that. I'm hardcore like that, you know? So we'll get a big scoop of this in alongside a scoop of turbo drive. So this is a non-stim pump product and this is for focus. I really rate this. I don't think this gets the credit it deserves. I've actually been taking this in the morning time before I start my work on heavy check-in days. And let me tell you, you'll be very, very dialed in after this. So this is definitely an underrated supplement, guys, the turbo drive. Big fan of this. I've yet to be announced on the gram, so I'm trying to keep it hush-hush until the beginning of February. And I've been dropping hints in my own YouTube videos. And guys, if you want to go over to my channel and follow me there so you can follow my prep, please do. Darragh Namara. Well, yeah, I've been dropping hints to all my subscribers about who I've been sponsored with. Got a lot of wrong answers, got a lot of right answers as well. So all will be revealed very, very soon. I'm looking forward to it because it's hard for me to keep my mouth shut. As you can probably tell already, I like to talk and I like the sound of my own voice. So not being able to tell people has been a real struggle. But I'm going to get plugged in soon. Code DMac 10. It's going to the moon, baby. To the moon. So exercise number 1, guys. We're going to start off today's session with a pec deck. So the structure of today's upper session: chest exercise, back exercise, chest exercise, back exercise, laterals and triceps. Very low volume. I've got pretty low volume across the board. I'm a very low volume guy just because I can't really handle too much high volume. I like to train pretty hard, pretty heavy, most importantly, very, very accurately, which is why I just can't recover from tons of volume. Okay, so you'll see that in today's session. I definitely tend to be a little bit more in the Billy Stella camp of training, which Matt, you'll be glad to hear. So I like my training to be very focused on time under tension and nothing sloppy. Very, very accurate training, but hard training. Accurate does not mean soft, guys, okay? Hard training to me is not flailing and flapping about like a flappy bird in a piece of kit, using every single muscle except for the target muscle to move that load, okay? Hard training to me is making sure I'm keeping tension on the muscle that I'm trying to work, and that is absolutely it, okay? So you'll probably see that across the board in today's session. And that's kind of my methodology, I suppose, when it comes to my training and what I try to focus on the most. Oh yeah. So yeah, upper days, chest back. I find that way you're a little bit more recovered going into like the second movement, right? You just stay a little bit fresher rather than just going pec deck straight and incline split press. I break it up with a single arm lateral in between and just get more out of both of those movements then, in my opinion. So the total volume is pretty low, 4 sets for each, but that just allows me to just really fucking lock in on those 4 sets and make the most of those 4 sets. So no missing, baby. And no prisoners. So that's a DMac, it's a DMac term. So Joe kind of took that under his wing and started saying it, and then everyone else started saying it because of Joe. But Joe got that one from me. So Big Joe, if you're watching this, now you know. Even though everyone just copies Joe these days, don't they? The best lat row machine ever made, Cybex Eagle. To be fair to Cybex, all the Cybex Eagle pieces are some of my favorite pieces. They just don't make them like they make the Cybex pieces, I'll tell you that much. All around, definitely one of the best gym kit brands, in my opinion. Very sturdy, doesn't break as much as some of the newer stuff. So goal for me here with this single arm lat row is to try and keep as much tension on my lat as I possibly can. So as I come forward into the stretch, I'm feeling that lat, stretch. I'll reach my arm as far away from me as I possibly can, up until the point where I feel like I'm going to lose tension in my lat if I overextend, okay? I'll stop at that point, I'll hold the tension on my lat, and from there, elbow back hard into the pocket. Contract through my lat, hold it there, contract there, make sure I can hold there, and it's not too heavy that I'm bounced out of this position. So I have constant tension from this stretch position into my pocket, back again, and I'm just rocking from that stretch into that contraction. Well, that is absolutely blowing after that. So not just swinging that weight away, not pulling my elbow back and losing tension slightly on my lat because I can't hold it and squeeze it. Oh, out of breath there. Topped out at 117.5 kg, and I'm now 114.2. So started prep at 115.8. So I did come down a little bit during my cruise. Cruise is over now. Back on cycle. Weight came down a little bit on Thursday. Came back up a little bit again. So drugs must be kicking in, boys, but not fully kicked in yet because I'm still feeling a little bit sore. A little bit sore and a little bit natty, but we'll give it another week or 10 days or so, and I should be flying. I made a big step up from 2023 season to 2025, and I'm hoping that I'll have made that step up again. Started prep 6.1 kg heavier than I did last year, and that was with 34 weeks in the surplus. So 5-week cruise, 24-week push-up, 5-week cruise, and 6.1 kg up. So I'm hoping that's going to translate on stage. Yeah, I think there's a lot of merit to getting in true stage condition and executing your reverse and your rebound properly. So like really controlling your nutrition, not taking the piss off bad meals, letting your body weight come up slowly, but not too slowly. I mean, I was probably coming up like 2 pounds to a kilo a week. But for me, I was like really controlling what I was eating, and I was fucking starving for a long time, but my body just seemed to want to grow. So yeah, it's hard to see the improvements now, obviously, coming to the end of a cruise and starting your off season, or starting your prep, sorry. You're never really going to see the fruits of your labor until you kind of get back on cycle a little bit, get a couple of weeks into prep, and things start to come together. So I'm looking forward to that, because I hope I've made the same step up this year as I did the previous season. Because if I haven't, well, I'm not going to be winning that pro card. And even if I have, it's going to be a stretch still, but have to aim big, don't you? Beautiful. All right, next exercise up, guys. Low incline Smith press on the Cybex. Best Smith press there is, no question. We've got 3 of them here at Ultra Flex Rotherham, so that says it all, doesn't it? Oh, he tapped me on the shoulder. He was like, "Do you want to give me a spot on the shoulder press?" I was like, yeah, no bother, mate. Gave him a spot anyway, and then afterwards, just got chatting to him. It was so fucking cool, mate, so nice. And I'd actually followed him on Instagram for, mate, years. Back in his muscle model days, because Louis Marco actually shared pictures of him, because his quads were crazy, back when he was in his muscle model days, and I followed him. And funnily enough, the reason I started following Kuba was because Kuba coached Neil. So I found Kuba through Neil, funnily enough, and I found out about this place through Neil, because when he moved back from London, he started training here again. So yeah, if it wasn't for Neil, I might not be here. So there you go. So you'll see me here today stopping about an inch or so from my chest. The reason being, coming the whole way down to my chest where my mobility is at the moment, and coming that deep into a stretch, that's why I keep getting pec issues, okay? And I'm the first person to give out to people for not bringing the bar down to their chest, but here we are. I just have to do what I have to do, make sure I don't get another injury again. So I'm just stopping where it feels safe for me, making sure I'm pausing, holding that tension, and then contracting up through the pec, and making sure I can squeeze at the top, right? I almost think about, at the top of any chest press, doing a fly. You know, when you do a fly, keep your chest up, bring your arms across the body, you squeeze your 2 pecs together. As I'm pressing forward, doesn't matter if it's a Smith press or plate loaded chest press, I'll always think about chest up, keeping those 2 biceps coming across the body, squeezing my pec hard at the top. So again, just trying to keep tension on my chest at all times, from the stretch up to the contraction and back down again. Not just popping forward, letting my shoulders roll forward, letting my chest cave, taking all that tension away, waiting at the top for 2 or 3 seconds and coming back down. I'd rather lift a lighter load and have constant tension the whole way throughout, because personally for me, that's what feels the best, and that's what's given me the most amount of progress. Because I used to have a really shit chest and really good shoulders. Reason being, I was just pressing through my shoulders the whole time, all right? Using my ego, moving load, whereas now, make sure I'm very mindful of my chest doing all the work. I think I've had so many tweaks in my pec that just lives in my head rent free. So even when I'm doing that, like I can feel obviously my pecs stretching, feel my pecs working, but I'm just like, don't tear, don't tear, don't tear. You know what I mean? So yeah, nasty one. Oh man, I mean, like, it's all well and good fucking earlier on in your career when you're younger, you can just run through walls, you can lift whatever. But over time, man, I never thought I'd be one of those guys to get injured, because I am very meticulous with my form. But even at that, I mean, eventually something's gonna fucking give, right? So 29, I'm 30 in July. So pro card by 30, that's my goal. That's the promise I made to myself when I was 24 years old. So I've got 5 opportunities to make that happen before my birthday on the 16th of July. So we'll see. But that's the plan. Beautiful. That turbo pump is doing bits now, boys. Woohoo! Fully blown after that set, I must say. Chest, triceps, the whole shebang. So before we hop on to this single arm pull down, just going back to my discussion there about training and the way I train. So the way I train isn't the only way to train or the right way to train. Everyone on the engineered team actually trains extremely differently, but we all get the same result, right? We build muscle. So what you do versus what somebody else does doesn't really matter. All that matters is that you make progress and you enjoy what you're doing. I love the way that I train. I love training low volume. I love training with intensity. I love training with accuracy. I don't like to be sloppy and just throw weight around. A lot of guys love to train like that. That's what makes them want to go into the gym. For me, that's not fun. For me, I'm like, how can I be as accurate as possible here and place as much tension in the muscle as possible? That is my idea of enjoying training. So there's no right and wrong way. And I think the method for you that makes you enjoy training the most is ultimately what's going to bring you the most progress, regardless of what the science says or what anyone else thinks or believes. So there's many different ways to skin a cat. This is simply just the way I skin cats and I make progress. So for this, because this is the second exercise in, all top peg. So heavy in the length and range, super light in the short range. Just so I can get a little bit more out of the movement. What you'll notice as well is that 2 lat exercises for my upper day. Why? Because I've got shit lats, okay? So my lats are the area that needs the growth the most. I mean, what you'll probably notice with most people is that they've got fairly well-developed upper backs and not the best lats. The lats, in my opinion, are probably one of the hardest muscle groups on the body to actually target. I've finally figured out how to target my lats, but I'm not blessed with the best inserts, very, very high inserts. So, you know the way people are like, oh, try this exercise for your lower lats. Yeah, I don't even have lower lats, so I don't need to worry about that, you know? I just think about hitting my back and, you know, whatever lats are there are gonna grow. So I always laugh, you know, Fuad's podcast and all these guys going, yeah, he needs a little bit more like lower lat and stuff. He needs to do like this exercise to build his lower lats. Bro doesn't have lower lats, they don't insert like that. I mean, it's bananas. So crucial for me on overhead tricep extensions like that, guys, spending time in that stretch, okay? You'll notice as I do that as well, when I get my hands down behind my head, I actually let my elbows roll back a little bit more so I can get even more of a stretch in the long head of my triceps there. I'll stop, I'll pause, I'll spend some time there, feel that tricep stretch out, and then I drag up nice and slowly, make sure I'm contracting through the tricep. No bouncing out of the hole, no killing my elbows on that, just nice and smooth. So contract through, tricep at the top, stretch it out at the bottom, make it nasty. Oh, fuck. Oh, triceps blown. Am I Kevin Levroni yet? Nah, don't think so. That was our era. Because I remember when I first got into the gym, you know, there was like a couple of people that I knew that were like 2 or 3 years older than me. And they used to comment #Ziz on all their gym posts. And I'd like never gone to the gym at this stage. I was like, what's this fucking Ziz buzz? Looked it up online and then, boom, the revolution begun. Last set of the session, boys. Don't look good yet, mate. Very good. What, am I pumped yet? Yeah. Turbo pump. Turbo pump. That's it, boys. Maximum pump. And that is a wrap, my people. Upper box off. Job done. Good session. Very good session. Feeling pumped, feeling swole, turbo swole. So very happy with today's session. Good progress across the board. And hopefully you got a feel for how I train, guys, and why I am looking like a mediocre bodybuilder at the moment. So I'll have a sit down and chat in a minute now. I'll do a little bit of posing for you as well, so you can see how the physique is looking. Now, go easy on me, guys, okay? No hate down below in the comments. I'm 6 days back on cycle, and I've only lost like 1.5 kilos so far. So I'm peak off season. I'm a soft, but stay tuned because you're going to see this transformation happen over the next couple of weeks. So I'm an amateur bodybuilder currently, hoping to be a pro this year. This is going to be my first stab at a pro card. I like to think I'm a top level amateur, if you want to use that term. I won my first overall last year, and I was in an overall the 2 years before that. So I think I should be hopefully well poised to be in the top of my class at a lot of shows that I do this year, and hopefully, God willing, I'll win that pro card. So I actually met Riz on stage in 2023. We were both in the overall for Classic Physique at the MK Classic. It was me, Riz, Pierce Garich, and Jack Eagles. Jack turned pro 2 weeks later. Pierce turned pro 6 weeks later. Hopefully I'll be a pro soon this year. So I mean, that was the highlight of Riz's bodybuilding career, right? Getting to be on stage with all of us. I don't think he's going to see those heights again. So that's actually where I met Riz. And we've been following each other ever since, kept in touch. And here I am. So for me, it's all about the brand identity and the brand values, all right? No bullshit. It is what it says on the tin. Made for bodybuilders, by bodybuilders. And this is a bodybuilding brand. It's not a brand for influencers. It's not a brand for part-timers. It's hardcore bodybuilding only. And that aligns with me, right? That aligns with what I'm about. No censorship, no bullshit. Just straight talking, straight facts, straight bodybuilding. And that is why I love Engineered. And products are stacked. The products are the best in the business, and that's no cap. I mean, I'm massive on my health, so I'm gonna have to say all the health supplements. I'm gonna put cardiac and hepatic up there. And for me, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I've been really enjoying the turbo drive so far. I love that in the mornings as a nootropic. To be honest, mate, I think because I was fucking shit at everything else. I played a lot of sport when I was younger. I played Gaelic football, I played basketball, and I was never too good at either of them, you know what I mean? So for me, I didn't really get along with a team, okay? I found I was not really very well aligned with everyone around me. local teams, local parish teams where I was from. So once I started bodybuilding, it was all about me. The work that I put in, I got out. And I just loved that, because the harder I worked, the more progress I made, you know? I didn't have to rely on anyone else. And I think bodybuilding probably improved my confidence quite a lot. A lot of people start bodybuilding because they've watched an Arnold film, right? Or they've seen Rambo, or they watched professional wrestling when they're younger and they wanted to look jacked. For me, it was a little bit different. I got bullied quite badly from a young age. I had a little bit of a rough upbringing. I know, break out the tiny violin, so does everyone. But I got into the gym just to be bigger, look bigger, and gain more respect from my peers, right? Because I felt like when I was younger, I just got pushed around a lot, trampled around a lot, and I just didn't want that to be my existence for the rest of my life. So now when I walk through the park, little kids look at me and they go, "Oh, what's up, big man?" And that's pretty much why I started bodybuilding, you know. All right, guys, that is a wrap on today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got a little bit of an introduction into me, what I'm about, what my training is about, how I'm like as a person, and how I fit into the Engineered brand. So if you've not already, guys, make sure to like the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you'd like to see from me, and let me know what you'd like to see from the Engineered channel moving forward. And make sure you hop over to my Instagram and my YouTube and give me a follow there as well. So run it up, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one.